Hey, this is Chris. Facts over fear, keeping it real, or the other way around. How you doing this morning? Been thinking. Well, I've been talking to, but I've been thinking about the rate of deaths or the number of deaths, and I thought I would bring this one to your attention because it's very important. Because there's something going on that actually absolutely makes no sense, and that is that children are being forced to wear masks in school. And it seems counterintuitive, and the excuse being given is there's no vaccine yet, and so therefore masks are necessary so the children don't get sick and die. And that's about as far as the analysis as I could see from North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services and CDC and WHO goes. There's no real reason why masks should be worn, and there's no real evidence showing that children are in any kind of danger. Well, I'm here to tell you this morning that in North Carolina, since the beginning of this pandemic, children make up approximately 20% of the population of this state, which has a slightly higher than average population, and I don't remember exactly what it is. I think we're creeping into the top 20. I think we're 19th. I'm not sure. It's 10.5 million people, I know that. But since the beginning of this pandemic, guess how many children have died at ages? A child is defined as anyone who's aged 0 to 17. Guess how many children have died during this entire pandemic, which began in late February. It arrived here in late February 2020. Take a wild guess. It's 3. 3 children have died in approximately 17, going on 18 months. Or maybe we're going on 17 months. I don't know. Not good at math in my head anymore, but still, it's 3. And it makes me wonder why we're all up in arms trying to protect children when children obviously really don't need to be protected. I mean, they haven't been in school until, I guess they went back in April. Some went back in April, most went back in May. Summer school's going on now. But despite any evidence that there's going to be even a light number of deaths, because 3 is not even light, right? 3 is like almost nothing, right? 3. And so here we are making children do something, 3, that is not scientifically required. 3, you remember, you remember, every time somebody gets on the radio, or gets on the internet, or gets on a TV station, 3, that they keep saying, follow the science, 3, follow the science, 3, follow the science, 3. And if you don't know how to follow the science, then, you're an idiot, 3. And yet, somehow, this one simple statistic, which cannot be, I can't be accused, 3, of manipulating or twisting or somehow otherwise trying to make it something that it's not, 3. It's being totally ignored, 3. And every other statistic in the world, well, children might get sick, 3. Okay, so what, 3? If they're not dying, 3, then what's the problem, 3? Remember when this pandemic started, 3? And we were told we have to do what we can to keep people out of the hospital, 3, and from dying, 3. I mean, dying really was, 3, the most important aspect of it. We can't have people dying, 3, because all these deaths, 3, can be prevented, right? 3. Even as we completely ignored the congregate living settings, 3, where most of the people, by far the majority of people, did die, 3. All of them being old, at least over the age of 65, 3. Where something could have been done for them, 3, but wasn't, 3. Because, quite frankly, the state doesn't care about old people, 3, and so it really doesn't matter, 3. And besides, old people, 3, well, what are they worth? 3, well, to the state, 3, they're nothing. They're worth nothing, 3, because they're old, and all they are is a drain on the system, 3. So what's going on with masking up the children, 3? Well, let me tell you what's going on, 3. It's about control, 3. And I don't think I'm being paranoid, and I don't think this is a conspiracy, 3. This is about school systems, 3, who can't teach children, 3, can't maintain order, 3, can't keep children in school till they're 18, 3, doesn't want to, 3, promotes children when they clearly haven't achieved proficiency in their grade level to be, promoted to the next grade, 3. They can't do anything, 3, except for indoctrinate young children, 3, into various aspects of liberal ideology, 3. And forcing them to wear a mask, 3, is the one thing that they can do, 3, to keep them in line, 3, to control them, 3, to get them used to the idea, 3, that they have no freedom, 3, or a voice, 3, or a choice, 3. And that's exactly what's going on. And I'm not being a conspiracy theorist, I'm just looking at what's going on, 3. And this is what's going on, 3. I have a nephew who plays trumpet in the band, 3. Has to wear a mask, 3. Has a little flap in it, 3. So that he can play his trumpet, 3. Which he's actually pretty good at, 3. He goes to lunch, 3. They were not allowed to even talk, 3, in the cafeteria, 3, until last month, 3. Now they still have to keep their masks on, 3, but they can talk, 3. If that's not just totalitarianism, 3, I don't know what is, 3. And so good for you, public schools, 3. That's why I don't respect you, 3, don't like you, 3, and as much as possible kept my children away from you, 3, quite successfully, 3. So, if you're thinking I'm being a little acidic, 3, a little acerbic, 3, a little dismissive, 3, a little alarmist, 3, then you win the prize, 3, because this is ridiculous, 3, because only 3 children have died in this pandemic in North Carolina, 3. It's sad, period. Oh no, I'm texting. I'm texting because I don't type, and I always use Google Voice. That was a slip. It wasn't a Freudian slip, but it was a slip, yeah. I think what we have here, 3, and a reason why the schools are able to get away with this kind of stuff, 3, is because we have hit a perfect storm, 3, of parents who are so scared of everything that comes down the pike. 3, children aren't allowed to play it outside. 3, children are not allowed to be unsupervised at any time. 3, because this is the safety first generation. 3, and it doesn't matter what the threat is. 3, how big the threat is. 3, it doesn't matter. There's no analysis going on. It's just like, well, you're not doing anything that you could possibly ever get hurt doing. 3. And so parents are like, oh, well, most parents, not all parents, but if most parents felt that way, 3, then we wouldn't have 15 or 20 parents protesting mask policies down in Raleigh and Wake County, North Carolina, 3. We would have tens of thousands, 3, but they're not, 3. And so the school system is emboldened by this because they do these stupid things like require masks, 3, and nobody really opposes them, 3. And of course you always have the obligatory idiot administrative officer, 3, who says, yeah, there's 20 people out there, but we've got 10 times as many letters saying we're doing the right thing, 3. Well, where are those letters, 3? Well, we don't know, because we all know that bureaucracies don't need to prove anything, 3, because there are a bunch of sheeple out there, lame little parents who think safety is first above all things, 3, don't care to see it, 3, and so the So those people in the school system know they don't need to produce anything, and therefore, 3, they can say anything they want, 3. And all those people accept that as fact, 3. So I've gone on quite a while, 3, and I think I've just about vented out what I wanted to vent out, 3, and I think I've been pretty reasonable about it, 3. Just remember, 3 deaths of children 17 and under in North Carolina since the beginning of the pandemic. If we extrapolate that out to the rest of the country, and assuming that North Carolina is the median state for population, which it's not, but we'll just assume that for the sake of assuming, about 150 children have died from COVID-19 in the entire United States, out of a population of 330 million since this COVID-19 pandemic has started.